long time ago in the Philippines, during World War II, when the Japanese invaded the country, there was a girl born on 1944 at southern part of the Philippines. Her name was Dolores. During that Japanese occupation in 1945, her parents with their children along with the baby Dolores hid inside the cemetery to avoid the Japanese soldiers as they would kill or attack any Filipinos once caught. It was known to them that there were some violent Japanese during that time. When the war was over and the children grew up, they decided to migrate to Manila and find new beginning and to work in the city. They left Sorsogon. Dolores was 10 years old only when she went to Manila to find a living. Then one night as she was becoming a teenager, she went to a grocery and bought some essential products to be consumed at their house. That night she met Juancho, the son of the owner of grocery store. They called it love at first sight. In the year 1963, Juancho proposed love to Dolores and later on they lived together. The two went to the province of Pangasinan. They stayed there and lived happily in their first few years. They visited Baguio and other nice places in northern areas of Philippines. They have Jovencio, Dulce, Joey, Jovito and Joel as their children on those fruitful years. During martial law, they left Pangasinan and came to Manila to seek a better source of income. Dolores gave birth to her sixth and seventh children, Jomar and Amor respectively. This time her relationship with Juancho was over. Dolores worked harder in her carinderia and sari-sari store during the day to support what her children's need and while at night selling balots. She raised her children and tried to send them to school as much as possible. There were an unfortunate event happened to her as her children faced different circumstances. In 1984 her house in Sampaloc was included in the raising of fire, thankfully and luckily no one was hurt then. They transferred to another house in Quezon City. When her eldest son finished his studies and was able to secure work abroad, and determined to build his own house, that made to happen in Parañaque and Dolores stayed there. When the time her eldest son married and moved to Laguna, Dolores lived with them. She helped her son's newly built family, and looked after her grandchildren. It was 2012 when she felt a terrible scare due to electricity blackout and the trauma from previous experience. These made her totally nervous that led to end her every dreams. We, your children, truly admire what you did to us. You raised us until we became independent and achieved something in life. We will never forget you, as you are always in our hearts and the best mother for all of us, and grandmother to all your grandchildren. We love you and will forever love you. Happy birthday in heaven, Nanay Dolores. Always every August 1st.